Oh, yes. Uh-huh. Um, as I said, I had a large amount of time. Yes. The False Claims Act, a federal statute establishing civil and criminal penalties. Yes. Against persons who bill the government falsely. Yes. Deliver less to the government than represented or use a fake record. Ouch. Now, as the relator, we talked about this maybe 6 months ago. Yeah. See, the state of Washington just passed a law that makes malicious harassment right, a hate crime. And that means $100,000 plus additional lawsuits. Yes. Now, this fake record, yeah, where you said, well, you're not in contempt of court for failure to appear. Yeah. And you can issue it for 10 years, even though the law says 1 year. Yeah. And you can issue it 48 days after having a temporary protection order. Yes. And then there's the biggie, the whole use of forgeries. Yeah. Now, there's a possibility. I said I was 80% sure that this is a forgery, as in somebody was impersonating a court commissioner. Well, impersonating an officer, now it's understood if you were to impersonate a police officer. What if you impersonated the ex officio superior court clerk? Impersonated a court commissioner? Ooch. Impersonated a judge? Ooch. A superior court judge? Ooch. Now, I would say that that still fits the definition. Right. Now, this fraud, yeah. See, in their laws, in the city of Seattle, I will put every cop in prison. I don't care who you are. Chief of police. I used your literature to explain malicious harassment. The state of Washington just signed, yes, that malicious harassment now has $100,000 civil liability for each and every instance of malicious harassment. Poop. Now, more than just using forgeries, yes. There is false reporting, yeah. Failure to summon assistance, forgery, could be in this. That these documents that you said that you didn't have to fill out, yes. See, I didn't get actual notice. Couldn't have been a credible threat without her appearing in court, yes. In fact, you wouldn't have known if we were intimate partners unless she was there. Now, there must be some additional documentation that you would have to provide. Oh. Falsely alter incomplete written instrument means one which contains some matter by way of contact or authentication, but which requires additional matter in order to render it a complete written instrument. Poop. Now, in the city of Seattle, yes, apply to this subsection. Yeah. This is an incomplete written instrument. Yes. See, without the actual petitioner's name, oh my gosh, yes. Without the name of the respondent, without me getting actual notice, without her appearing in court saying that I was a credible threat, ouch, and that we were actual intimate partners, yes. I think there's something about having to appear in court, contempt right now. Now, incomplete. A person is guilty of forgery if with intent to injure or defraud myself, yes, my sons, yes, Marilyn and her kids, that attempts to falsify, make, complete, or alter a written instrument, yeah, possesses, utters, offer, dispose of, or put off as true a written instrument that you know, to be forged. Now, the following definitions apply to this subsection. Complete written instrument means one which is fully drawn with respect to every essential feature thereof. For the state of Washington, yeah, the $200 billion. Governor, this is not only just the forgery of the signatures, right? As the subsection would define, a complete means one fully drawn. Yeah, this cannot be fully drawn without the name and the birth date. Yes. hmm hmm it can't be. Two, it is a requirement of law that you put the name of the petitioner on it. Yes. It is a requirement of law that you put the respondent's name on it. Yes. Now, this idea that you're going to issue this in 2011, yes, without me getting any notice or opportunity to be heard. Mhm. Every time I find out that it's Heidi Lee Budner that signed it, ooch, ooch, I'm not impersonating the petitioner. Ooch, that'd be a contempt of court now, wouldn't it? Now, see all these little X's that you put here? Excluded, excluded, petition address is confidential. Yes. 1,000 feet, right. But you didn't put any of the X's on the front page? Ooh, ooh. Well, let's see here. Contempt of court, Sheriff. Yes. See, this is a court order. Was it contempt of court? Contempt of court. Contempt of court. Now, I would say for every time there's a contempt of court, yes, Jack, Exhibit A, pooch. There's malicious harassment, pooch. And for every time that I find that it's malicious harassment, I would say that there's a False Claims Act that I can file against Department of Justice. Now, enforced either by Attorney General or by a private person in a QTOM action. Yes. Now, the class action lawsuit, the 100 billion, yes, is any time right now you decided to issue a court order that violated the laws of the rights of the parent because of mental illness or mental defect. I don't think I'm the only one that had to experience this. There's some other women that said their husbands were crazy. Now, this disregard, yes, the action of ignoring or treating without proper respect or consideration. Reckless disregard, ooch. Conscious indifference to the consequences of an act, ooch. Defamation, serious indifference to truth or accuracy of a publication. Reckless disregard for the truth is a standard in proving the defendant's actual malice towards myself in a liable action, the intentional commission of a harmful act known as the malicious, the hate crime, the failure to do a required act when the actor knows he has reason to believe the facts will lead a reasonable person to realize the action.